My name is Dakota Franson. I am the specialist of the strange. If you are seeing this message, it means a new experiment is coming together. And I need your help. I will not reveal the details quite yet, as it could contaminate the results. But I will tell you, this will involve contacting another world. I cannot reveal my methods just yet. I cannot reveal who we are attempting to contact just yet. But I will tell you that if successful, this experiment may change everything. I will not bore you more with details, but I will ask of this. I will need help in running through the results. If you would like to help me, all you would need to do is listen to an audio recording and tell me what you hear. That is it. I will still not reveal any more information until further notice. You may not hear the final information until the end, when the final product is released. So if you are interested, let me know. And I will assure you, you will be the first to know when the results are ready. Your names will be anonymous. You may see this notice up on other places as well. Again, all you will have to do is listen to a recording and tell me what you hear. This is the only way I know to ensure this test cannot be contaminated. It will not be perfect. I will explain all the details in further as we continue along this journey. My aim is to release the results around the 14th of January. And I will reveal why I picked that date. It's not for any personal reason, but the convenience in timing. It will all make sense. So again, if you are interested in helping me, please let me know. You can let me know here in the comments below. You can message me on any of my social media pages. Again, you will remain anonymous. I will not reveal any personal information of you, as I respect your privacy. And publicly announcing that you were involved in such an experiment may make it seem like you have gone insane. But to know this, there are things out there beyond our understanding. We are on the verge of uncovering what is real out there. The very makings of the paranormal phenomenon may soon become mainstream science. And you may help be on the verge of a discovery unlike anything else. So please, consider. That is all for now. I am Dakota Franson, and I will see you next time. Hey y'all, it's Dakota Franson. I wanted to thank those of you who have been helpful and who have listened in to the previous video. This is an experiment that presents many flaws. There's probably a lot better ways to do this that I just don't have access to or the funding to do. And there's a lot of empty spaces. It's not perfect, I'm going to say that. I mean, I honestly don't expect it to fully work, to be honest. But that is because I prefer to pursue things from... How should I say this? I try to focus things on a more scientific perspective. Because honestly, you don't know what's out there. And if you truly looked at the statistics behind some of the theories out there that seem to have the most credibility, statistically speaking, supernatural events like these, like ghosts, basically the things that happen during events that we contribute to ghosts, extraterrestrials, demons, angels, there's only happen about 1% of 1% of the time. But there may be conditions in which we can increase our odds of encountering something. That's what this test is constructed to do. I wanted to do this brief video introduction just to kind of explain a couple more details. I can't reveal everything quite yet, to avoid possibly contaminating the results. To which brings me to my next point. I want to answer a few questions that have come up from the test subjects that have listened to the previous video, as well as explain a bit more of how this process is going. So do I have something to write with? And I do. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was just asking if I had anything to write with. So, to answer some of the questions, those of you have asked, is that my voice that says, if you can hear me? Yes, that is me. I didn't cut that section quite right when I put it in. I'll admit I was kind of rushing it. The static / waterfall sound was done. I know I said a white noise generator on the Reddit forums, but what I did is I pretty much just pulled up a white noise thing on YouTube, which may have been stupid because it seems like that static noise was generated from a TV running. So noises from any broadcast that happened to be coming in when that person was creating that video could have easily contaminated what I found. So that one's on me. But some of you have also been asking, what's the setup here? And I've avoided going into too many details because I feel it could possibly contaminate the results. However, I did some more thinking, and maybe it's not so far-fetched. Basically, I'm going to draw like a little diagram here. Say, like, not a very good pencil. Say that this, let's get it to where you can actually see it. Yo. I know I'm looking like an idiot. This is us. Now, the name of this experiment is officially titled The Hunt for Infinite Earth, which goes into, essentially, it is to try to contact someone who is on another Earth. Which means we're going to have to contact someone through that is located essentially within another dimensional plane of existence. And in that reality may not be connected close enough to our own in order to interact appropriately. But essentially, let's just say these squiggly lines are the veil between other dimensions, whether it's ghosts, UFOs, extraterrestrials, angels, demons, whatever. Essentially, someone who exists on an Earth similar to our own is somehow allegedly coming to our own. This individual is known to be sensitive towards paranormal energies, so trying to use EVP seance sessions that would try to contact him. But because of the situation, I thought it would probably be a good idea to try to reach someone an entity who allegedly exists on a higher plane of dimension that is connected to both of the worlds. Basically, we talk to him, we contact him, say, hey, we need to find this person from here. Hopefully he's nice enough. I'm not going to reveal who that is yet, because I'm going to change that variable soon too. But that's all I'm going to reveal for right now. Some of you might be surprised at exactly who we're trying to contact. There's a lot of variables, and I'm going to go into a much deeper explanation once this test is complete. I'm aiming to get the final product out on... that's a Tuesday. Might need to extend that, but my target date is the 14th of this month of January. To get the final product, which will show everything. Now, these following clips come from another EVP session. Instead of using... sorry, I have a bit of a cold. Instead of using the YouTube video, I am going to use white noise that is generated through an audio editing program on my computer, Audacity. Yes, this opens up the possibility of me planting voices there. As sincere as someone's word is from the internet, some wacko on the internet, I am not adding anything to the static to make it seem like voices are coming through. This is just how the program generates it. The following clips are going to be presented in a similar manner as the first video. It's going to show you an unedited clip where I think there might be something, and it's going to repeat it a couple times before it moves on to the next one. I'm going to try to keep my voice out of this one, but sometimes I've had this happen a few occasions. For those of you who don't know, I've actually been doing these types of things for most of my life. I've had paranormal experiences since I was 3, apparently, according to stories from my relatives. But I've been dealing with these things for a long time, so I know what I'm doing. For those of you who are worried about demons, I'm not too worried about that. I've been involved in exorcisms, and I'm the one that came out on top. But those are other stories for other situations. So if you're new to my channel, how's it going? I hope you're liking what you're seeing. Check out my other stuff. And if you want to give me a shout, want to talk to me about something, maybe you think you got a situation going on for yourself, feel free to contact me. Reddit, I'm on Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram. There'll be a list in the description below or where, depending on if the social network that you are seeing this on actually puts everything there. So I'm going to shut up now. Let's get on with the test. Thank you for listening to my little tirade right here. Did someone just say my name? Did someone just say my name? Did someone just say my name? My name is Dakota Franson. I have been researching and investigating paranormal phenomenon for as long as I can remember. My operation went public when I was 14 years old. I have never used any illegal drugs, though I have been diagnosed with certain mental conditions, none of which attribute or are believed by the medical professionals I have spoken to in regards to these incidents as causing them. I have fought long and hard, even having to go up against members of my own family to try to do the right thing. There are bits of my story that I still cannot explain. But this is perhaps the weirdest case I've ever taken on. Some of you who have followed my social media channels already know what I'm about to say. But this is going to be the full reveal. Shortly after I graduated from high school, I released my first novel series titled The Ones Who Walk All Worlds. You can still find them, copies in Amazon, Barnes & Noble, various online retailers around the world. Basically, if you can understand American English, you can probably read it just fine. The stories initially started out as a way for me to document my cases. But the truth is, it became more of a science fiction, apocalyptic adventure as a way of me tying in the various conspiracy theories, everything that's out there, all the research that I knew back then. Only 3 books ever made it to publication, on top of a few short stories. As I've had a kind of a writer's block with them and ended up moving on to other projects. In this book, I've even worked in visions from experiments I've done in order to replicate the work of Nostradamus. And in the process, I may have ended up predicting meeting the woman I intend to marry, as well as the brutal deaths of some people I hold dear, as well as a few other events, it seems. I honestly did not realize that this happened until a friend of mine who's read pretty much almost everything I've put out noticed a few details like, hey, is that what I think it is? Basically, whatever I put in those books ended up coming to life. in some form. It's terms that are often used in order to describe such a phenomenon is tulpa, thought form. Basically, they're things that we think of up here given physical life. So I began looking around, and I've known stories about other writers who have officially, who have had gone out in the open saying they fully believe real life, that in reality, in the world we are now, they have come across people and events they have written about in their own books. Some things they've even wrote about within the hour. Their creations came to life. I've actually had the privilege of speaking to one in regards to this case that I've been working. And he fully believes that the events took place. For a little over a week, I've been doing audio experiments utilizing a specialized seance that's meant to increase your odds of making contact with someone from the other side. It was my belief that because of how ghosts, even extraterrestrials, angels, demons, all these things seem to be possible due to the fact that they exist on dimensional planes interacting with our own. And I'm not the only one that's come to this conclusion. Yes, it's been presented in several conspiracy circles, but you can go on to the FBI archives online, look up UFO documents, and see that many of that official FBI investigators within the UFO phenomenon have come to the same conclusion in regards to the extraterrestrial phenomenon. They are not from planets like we perceive people from Mars. They are from other planes of existence that interact with our own. So, I wanted to do an experiment to see if we can essentially contact these other worlds. However, in order for this seance method that I've utilized, and there's a tutorial here on my YouTube channel that will show you the steps on how to do it yourself. It's completely safe. One of the requirements is a name and a rough idea of what the person you're trying to contact looks like. Maybe even their birthday. Those are you need that identifying information. You need a source of white noise and a recorder to possibly capture any audio phenomenon you may encounter, or you may not even realize took place during the test. There's also other elements that can throw into it. There's also a sigil involved. That's basically to help as a mental reference to how this is supposed to work. Even though the other writers I mentioned earlier say that their creations somehow came from a plane of imagination or territory of imagination, it still seems like they came from another world. Some of them, at least. So, I wanted to do an experiment to contact someone from another Earth. The most active example of these cases happens to be someone from DC Comics, from the Vertigo imprint, mostly. Same comic line that brings out the Sandman, Swamp Thing, and even the show Lucifer is based on. I had to set up an experiment to contact none other than John Constantine. To be honest, I didn't expect it to work. But something came through. And something's been reaching out to me. The 2 audio tests I have posted so far were snippets where I believe I heard something. Because of the nature of this, I wanted to gather volunteers to tell me what they think they've heard without being told who it is I'm after. This is to avoid priming them. I've also had a select group of volunteers who knew the intended target listen to the audio, and all the results are coming in the same. I didn't expect this to work. And yes, some of you religious zealot nutbags, yes, I'm not very fond of some of you, just because of how you try to force it into everything, and I'm saying that on the record. Will say that I'll be easily influenced by demons. You don't know my fucking whole story, and most of you are too damn ignorant to shut up and listen, now aren't you? Against the advice of his own creators, I reached out to John Constantine. And some of the results indicate that there was a woman also responding. You might be wondering, how is it that I'm going to know it's him? Well, take away the exotic elements behind Constantine, the whole supernatural influence. He's still a gentleman who, based in canon, was born in the 1950s and is a heavy smoker. Heavy smoker with an attitude brought on by a troubled past. If that's in fact the same Constantine. He's still a gentleman from London in his 60s who's a heavy smoker. That's the basis of what I was looking for. However, there seems to be a woman who responded to him. And as soon as I'm done talking here, I'm going to play a message for you that was left on my phone. Back there. I'm going to pull it up right now. Fuck that. I'm not going to wait. I'll be honest. I have a bit of an issue with sleep talking. So I put a little recorder on my phone just to see what's up. It's a situation that's aggravated by stress and due to the fact that I recently found out a relative of mine is letting her live-in boyfriend beat the living crap out of her own children. And yes, I'm putting that online. You dare come after me, I will show everything. Shut up now and we'll just leave it to the police. Anyway, back with this stream recorder, basically all it does is record, supposed to do, is record things, anything that happens at night. Most of the recordings are like this. Me occasionally rambling, tossing and turning in bed, phone notifications from when people are trying to bother me when I'm asleep, my creaky bed, occasionally me swearing, parts of where I'm apparently singing. That was weird. But that's all you hear, right? There was one recording where all of a sudden there's a shit ton of white noise. And for these experiments, I've been using a source of white noise in order to help bring out any spiritual voices, because that's supposed to help. And as soon as the voice is done, the white noise turns off by itself. I have never had that happen before. Okay, once, but I've never been able to get it on tape. Hey, I told you to shut up. Again, see? Alerts for my phone being on. Me snoring, me rolling around in bed, and me occasionally talking. That's supposed to be all that it catches. Maybe the fucking cats. If the cats made that fucking noise, I want to know how the fuck they did it. And I'm going to play the audio by itself directly after when I'm done with this talk. And I'm going, here in the next couple of days, I'm also going to release video containing the first 2 audio experiments. I have one more audio experiment that's been done and recorded, just needs to be analyzed before I put it online. The hunt for John Constantine has brought up some interesting results. And I have taken the liberty of reaching out to some of his original creators to see if they hear it too. At the time of recording, I have yet to get a response, if they're willing to. Because I'll admit, once they told me that they are willing to hear me out, I spilled the details that I'm not just some weirdo with a voice recorder looking for things, dead people to talk to me in the middle of the night. This has officially become the weirdest case I've ever taken on. And I hope y'all listen to the results soon. I'm not going to publish the full audio tests with any modifications whatsoever, so you all can hear it as it was documented. This is officially part 3 of the hunt for infinite Earths. My goal was to get a finished product out by the 14th in order to coincide with Crisis on Infinite Earths with CW, in order just to kind of piggyback off of the potential Google searches, but these results warrant more investigation. And then, like I tried to tell people, this isn't just some contacting somebody who's less likely to freak out thinking that they're going schizophrenic if I go to reach out to them. John Constantine's own creators say that the thing is with him, the last thing you want to be is his friend. And one of the authors, when he originally responded to me, even said that it might be skeptical if John responds in the first place, and if it is him, He's probably working an angle. So, ladies and gentlemen, if I go missing, there's a bit of a list of people who are likely to try it. Honestly, I shouldn't go that route. Say, if I go missing, it was John Constantine. But no, there's plenty of assholes who I've pissed off over the years that would want me dead. Some of them are in my own family. Some of them who are willing to get rid of their own kids in order to cover their asses. Now, I'm putting that out there right now. The matter's still being involved with the police, but due to the nature of some of these assholes, I've been dealt with stalkers before in trying to get these assholes behind bars, so I'm going to slip that in there. Doesn't really have anything to do with this case, but other than it's a note. So anyway, I'm going to stop bothering you now and play the video. This is the message that was left to me. If you want to try to close your eyes and listen for yourself, see what you hear out of it, be my guest. But for me, and for a couple other people I've shown the tape to, it sounds like an older woman saying, "If you're hearing me, Constantine wants you." So John, if you can hear me, I promise you I'm coming. I think we have a lot to learn from one another. And I promise to the rest of you who are watching this video, I haven't gone totally insane. Yet. Call upon the angel Metatron, scribe of God, grandfather of Noah. He who has eyes in all dimensions. I need your aid to locate and make contact with none other. I need your aid to contact another, not from this earth. May he speak, so I may capture his voice on this recording. If you can hear me, John Constantine. Make your presence known. Reach through the veil and reveal the truth of our reality. John Constantine. If you are able to hear me, let yourself be known. Speak your name into this device. Anyone here, make yourself known. Are you a man? Are you a woman? Where are you from? Is there anything you can tell me about where you're from? Are you alive? Are you dead? Are you human? Show me your world. Where you're from. Is there anything you can tell me? Not anything. One more validation. Am I reaching anybody? I'm about to end this session. If there's anything you need to say, speak now or forever hold your peace. One. Metatron, scribe of God, he who has eyes into all realms. I need your help to contact a person that is not from this earth. I need you to help me find John Constantine. If anybody can hear me, please let me know. John Constantine, can you hear me? If so, please speak so I can hear you using this recorder. John Constantine. John Constantine. John Constantine. If anybody can hear me, please let me know. Where are you from? I can hear you. Speak louder. If possible, I would like to see you. Are you a man? Are you a woman? Did someone just say my name? Pausing temporarily. I just heard rock music again. When I did this test last night, the second I started feeling like something was trying to come through, I was starting to hear rock music, like AC/DC sort of vibe to it. Yeah, I can hear you. What do you want? I wanted to just talk to you. What? Let me see you. In the flesh. Constantine, is there anything you can tell me? I'd like to learn from you. Is there anybody else with you? Constantine, if you're real, by any chance is Satana real as well? Batman, Superman, what about those guys? I want to learn more about your world. Running out of time. Is there anything else you can tell me? Speak now. I will try again. We're about to sign off. If anybody decides to come through and talk to me this evening, I do appreciate it. Now that the white noise is gone, I'm not hearing the music, which should not have happened.